So our next guests are here to share a pretty incredible and inspiring story. For the last 8 years, Acia Williams managed one of Chet Bennett's hair salons in Alexandria. Bennett, who owns a beauty college and several salons, though, was in need of a kidney. Williams, who has been friends with him for 20 years, stepped up, and she turned out to be a match. She gave him a kidney, and then he thanked her by giving her his salon. This morning, we're here to talk about how a gift of life changed both of their lives, and that titrates the story down to nothing, and it's so incredible. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in on the holiday. Chet, let's start with you. Tell me a little bit about your journey with kidney disease.
Okay. Well, I suffer with diabetes and high blood pressure. Mm-hmm. And the doctors have been saying for years that something like this may happen. But me being a business owner, traveling the world, doing so many things, I'm thinking it would never happen to me. So the short story is one day, my stomach started hurting. I went to the doctor, and the doctor said immediately, you have kidney failure. You need to go on dialysis.
Wow.
I said, that's not true. I went to another hospital, and they said the same exact thing. So I said, let me wait a week. Mm-hmm. I had to pull myself together. But eventually I had to accept the fact that I had to go on dialysis, that I had kidney failure. And I was on the machine for a little over a year. So it was very devastating for me. I was very depressed. I really thought I was going to die. I actually seen people pass in front of me doing their treatments. And it was a very, very, very difficult time for me. So I reached out on Facebook, and I said, I'm hoping that someone will give me a kidney. And because I have thousands of graduates, I'm thinking that everyone is going to come out.
Right.
And a lot of people said they did. However, a lot of people didn't make it because they were either obese or they had diabetes or they had some form of health issues that they wasn't able to do it.
Because thousands can come out, but finding that match is harder than most people think. So for you hear about Chet's situation. At what point do you go, you know what? I'm going to see if I'm a match.
I really didn't think that much of it, Holly. I just saw it. I didn't know the seriousness of kidney disease or failure or anything. And it was just one day the Holy Spirit just led me to even start doing the application. And then once I did the application, then you go through these tests, blood work and things of that nature. And I started that. And I was ironing. I never forget it, in August, and I was ironing. He always laughed because I just remember it just as clear when God said, you're going to be his match and you're the donor. And within an hour of me getting myself prepared and getting in my vehicle, the phone rang, and that was the hospital telling me that I was his match.
It's amazing. We don't have much time, and I'll make sure we get this all in, but a lot of times I hear these stories, and you think of your family doing it or whatever, but this is a friend. Was your family totally supportive, or did they ever, sometimes families go, well, hey, what if we're going to need one day? You're giving up one of your kidneys. I don't need one for you, and what if we need it?
Well, that's interesting that you asked that question. I didn't tell my family. I did a conference call 2 weeks after, 2 weeks close to me having to go to surgery, and I did a conference call that way. It went over well with everybody except for one person, which my mom kind of fell out slightly. Yeah. So, but it's okay now. But yeah, it was. Yeah.
So you have the surgery. Clearly, you both are doing well. You recovered fine from donating. You seem to be doing well with your donated kidney. So then you're like, okay, how in the world can I thank this lady for giving me the gift of life?
I know. I got to tell you. I say all the time that Ellen is a setup because we were recuperating together.
Yeah.
And I was watching the show, and she's a big giver. I'm a big giver already.
Yeah, right.
And I said to myself, okay, what can I do that's over the top? I was sitting on the sofa watching the show, crying and spitting. I looked over at her and I said, you know what? I'm going to give you the salon.
And you did what?
Exactly.
Because we had been talking about...
And your heart failed. No, I'm just kidding.
She didn't really believe it.
Yeah, right. Because it had been in discussion anyway over the past 3 years about me taking over the salon and me buying him out. Mm-hmm. So it was already like something talked about me even, taking over the salon. Mm-hmm. But... we just didn't foresee all of that.
You know what? Clearly God spoke to him.
Amen.
Too. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So now you've had the salon opening. It was like a week ago, right?
Yeah.
Like 1 week ago. Were you amazed at the response that you have gotten to this story?
when I say amazed, we're talking about everything from World News Tonight to HLN to CNN. I mean, it has been phenomenal. Celebrities.
Good JDC, which clearly
JDC is the best, you know.
Yes. Didn't even think about it. You know, it was my mom, you know, Gloria Hightower from Friends of Calderburn, and asked did I want the news coverage, because when we started it 8 years ago, it was you all that came in and did the Valentine's Day segment.
Yes, my first
so when we just, I was like, okay, that's all I thought about. And I said, well, that's fine. That's fine, we'll do it. And then Tuesday morning, my phone just would start ringing. It was Good Morning America. And I was like, what is going on here?
Well, you know what? Good things happen to good people.
Amen.
And you guys are inspirational, both in your own right, in many ways, to people that are watching. And together, the synergy is just mind-blowing.
Yes.
So thank you
Thank
for
you.
all of you've done. Make sure you go to her salon. You continue to go to his salons and his schools. And you know what? More than anything, maybe you should consider the gift of life yourself, because it can make a difference.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
All right. Liz, Al, over to you.
It's an amazing story.
Yeah,
Amazing.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, the gift of life.
Yeah, truly. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
We honor you guys. All right.